Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are from Maryland 3 and we want to share our progress report from current semester. But before that, we want to introduce our team. Me first, Prayoga Kusnitro, and
My name is Armanda.
My name is Ali Fauzan Propahan.
My name is Asalin Vanitia.
there is one member, but he's not doing here, but because there's something. This for our division, Asra as mechanical, Ayumani as microcontroller programmer, Livorno as electrical, Isan as vision, and me as strategy. Next.
This is mechanical. In the short mechanical part, I have showed over prototype robots from design robot parts to fabrication them. Some of the parts that I designed are different from my previous older sister reference design, but there are also parts of robot that I designed with older sister reference design, and I just made to fabrication them so they can assembly one by one from the robot to become one. And so far, the prototype I've been working on is still at the motor stage used by the robot, whether it's working and connect or not. Next, this is this object prototype. This part of my object prototype, which is where PG45 motors in the prototype use 3D printing. This is my backup and logbook. Okay, that's Ali.
Okay, my division is electrical, so I will explain about what I do in my job desk. Next, please. So in electrical, I learned about the PCB or component that we use in our robot. This is I make. There also. This is a component that we use in our robot. This is a PCB switch, and I'm learning to make it in software KiCad. But I'm not just learn about it. I also make a modification if we need in our component, and also make it small than before. Next, please. This is a fusebox that my senior make. I learned to make it, and I tried to make a small modification to make it small, but I only use a polygon, so this is a little bit than before. Next, please. Now this is my goals right now. I learned about PCB driver IGBT that have function to supply power to server that there is supplied to our system Kicker. Now I try to make it smaller than before because now our PCB driver is so big. Because in our robot need more space, so I try to make it smaller than before. Next, please. So I also do a fabrication to PCB power supply for our microcontroller because we have trouble in our micro that supply voltage of 5 voltage is better. So we use 0 voltage. Next, please. This is in our team. Now we do a research. We want to try the standard coil with different long, but also with same coil. This is same coil but different long. But we only try one in like this. They have more powerful than before. But about this coil, we won't ever try because there is no house for Kicker. Next, please. This is a video we try the coil, and that's good. about PCB safety microcontroller. This PCB function is to protect our microcontroller because to trigger the booster in our component, in our robot, we get the input voltage from microcontroller. So I make an optocoupler in this to protect our microcontroller. If there is a consulating or over voltage, this opto will break, but the current not into our microcontroller. About like I said previously, in driver, integrated, and microcontroller, I make a research to combining the PCB micro and integrated driver to make it small. But this is, for me, this is, now I'm trying to share about this too, because for me this is too big. Now I will make it more small than before. Thanks. I also do fabrication with my partner Ahmad. I make a fabrication for PCB connector in our keeper that connect the robot from button to the PCB. And we have a troubleshooting in our driver SCOM, and we think the problem is in connector. So we make a new PCB fuse with a different connector, and we hope that can change the problem on our driver axle. Next question. This is my outlook. Next.
Okay, this is my job as a microcontroller program. My job is to research and evaluate the potential of PNC 4.1 as an alternative control platform that is faster, lighter, and more flexible than STM32, especially in handle real-time processing such as a motor PID, encoder sensor reading, and real robot communication system in the KRSBI communication. Nice. Okay, I made a microTNC 4.1 interrupt program to read encoder signal using BTS motor driver and PG45 motor. PNC send value in real time and the interrupt function reading the encoder's word. And we are creating and testing a robot prototype program using an STM32F4 with serial or UDP communication running from a PC without a GPU. This aims to ensure the robot basic control system is stable and responsive before integration into the final system. One of the challenges in this deployment was the limited visual debugging capabilities because the PC used like a GPU, so the system could only be monitored via serial communication or a simple GUI. Furthermore, latency in serial or ensuring real-time control system stability.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iksan Fajaridika. I'm from PBL KRSBI B, Barelang 63. Today I will explain about my project documentation along one semester in PBL. My job in PBL is Vision System Robot. Next, I conducted several research projects for the Vision new robot prototype with utilized budget efficient. The following are the results of this semester works. First, RealSense Scan research. 2. ZCam library research without CUDA. 3. Visual odometry research for camera-based localization. In RealSense camera, for the new robot prototype, I conducted research on RealSense Cam due to budget constraints with limited funding. Therefore, the prototype robot used a non-GPU mini PC. The team offered another option, conducting research using RealSense camera. First, segmentation on RealSense camera. 2. YOLO ONNX runtime on RealSense camera. For segmentation in RealSense, the use of segmentation on the RealSense camera is very good, so the difference in segmentation on the ZCam is not much different. In YOLO, the performance of YOLO ONNX runtime on RealSense is the same as on Z. Not much difference, except that the depth on real sets is not as accurate as the actual depth, experiencing an error around 50 cm to 1 meter. Next, Zcam library no CUDA. The Z camera requires CUDA to run the cam, so I look for some resource for the Z camera library without CUDA. There is an implementation of the Z Open Capture library to create a Z camera segmentation program using a non-GPU mini PC. This is the result for the Zcam library no CUDA I am testing in segmentation. The for segmentation is a good performance, and in the depth performance is not much different with CUDA. In this result for the performance uses in the CPU, in Zcam library no CUDA using CPU around 16%, and this is last visual odometry. At the beginning of my research, I tried visual odometry the purpose of which was to perform camera-based localization only, without EMU and encoder. In visual odometry, the trajectory can track smoothly, but when a very fast rotation is carried around, visual odometry loses its point and feature, which causes drift that makes the trajectory, position, and coordinates error. Then I tried to integrate ORB SLAM 3 on visual odometry. When using ORB SLAM 3, the drift is very small, but when the cam rotates quickly, it causes drift and position error. The conclusion obtained is that visual odometry and SLAM are not so stable for localization of robots that have fast movement and fast rotation, which make a visual odometry lose feature and points, resulting in position error and drift. So visual odometry is susceptible to like just creating noise, which causes unstable feature and point. This result compares smooth movement with high movement. This using visual odometry and integrate ORB SLAM 3 for the slow movement and high movement compare. The result visual odometry when use slow movement is a good performance, and when high movement is a bad noise and bad performance. This is fast movement, error position. Okay, thank you for my explain project documentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So right now I'm working on research that I want to implement on next semester. First research is natural dribble, and second one is charge and discharge for kicker, just optimization. Next, this is a video from my research. I use throttle position sensor that we use on motorcycle, but I found this kind of noise that the value is not precise because there is not data. Next, I use two microcontroller to find there is some noises or not. First video I use Arduino Mega. The second video I use STM32F4. Next, conclusion of two video is there is noise. Natural dribble can handle it because noise can be quite working when it's dribbling because it makes an error. So the conclusion of that we use rotary encoder, because rotary encoder use digital data that more precise, and yeah, it's better than analog. Next for charge and discharge optimization, because there is current we use constant PWM to kick like 100 or 200 to kick. I want to optimization that we just use PWM that we need. Example like if the target is not far, it just use a little PWM, so the booster not just boost the 5500 voltage because there is time to step up it like 18 seconds. Next. Then for lifter research, for our lifter we just our lifter and new lifter is different because for a lifter the height is about 30 centimeter and I want to make it current we already have low pass and low third pass. I want to research if there is kick from the mid, not just from the top and from the bottom. That's all from my research. That's it for our progress report. I know there is many mistakes that we made. I'm sorry. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.